This is Lee Fisher at Winchester Skunk Works, about 20 miles northwest of Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Over the past few years, we have had many comments on the seats that we built for the 23 bis and the 224s. Today, I'm building another one for Project Nemesis, and I'm documenting the process for this video. This welded aluminum tube frame is made of 6061 1-inch 058 wall tube. The bends were made using a mandrel bender detailed in a previous Skunk Works video. The first thing is to measure the total length and width of the panels that you want to put on. This one here is measuring 21.5, and then if we go the other way, 23.5. Then you make yourself a little blueprint as the panels that you need to cover the framework. I cut these panels out of 032 to the print that I had, and then we have to drill a line of holes about 1 inch apart all the way around, 1/4 of an inch in. Then you can lay your seat down, you can mark it out where the inside is, and now we're going to configure and trim these corner radiuses that are necessary because we cannot fold the piece over onto a bend on the seat. It has to be on a straight piece only. Okay, now we got these two panels. The radiuses are all configured and cut. The holes are all drilled on 1 inch apart. I played around a little bit with radius and the size for clearance. This is going to be the bottom because it's got a straight edge to clear. This is going to be the top. It's a little bigger. And I played around with the radius. This is a 1 inch radius. This is a 2 inch radius. It'll give a slightly different effect on the chair when it goes in. It'll close this gap up here a little bit or leave the bigger one in the front. It's actually a mandrel roll former. It's made out of aluminum, but I think one could be built out of a couple layers of plywood and some 2x4s. I think that'd work just fine. 1/8 bar, the roll right here. It has about a 60,000th relief, and except for about 1 inch on each end, where the washers and the nuts are welded on, the holes are drilled and tapped every inch. The holes need to be sized for the rivets that you will eventually use to attach the panels to the frame. A nut is welded on each end to facilitate the turning of the roll. Additional rigidity to the roll is provided by the sheet once we screw the sheet to the roll. Okay, now we've got the bar attached. We've got the bar attached to the sheet, as you can see here, and we're going to flip it over and put it in the roll bender. Yeah, that was a little bit of bonus footage in case anybody wanted to see what a GoPro looks like when it falls off the tripod. We've got kind of a menagerie gaggle of screws here that we use to screw the plate onto the mandrel. It probably would behoove me to buy a box of 632 screws so I could do that normally. Yesterday I bent these two on the seat back, and if you look at this one here, it's almost perfect. Very nice, but because of the screw situation, the first one I tried putting them every 2 inches instead of every 1 inch, and you can see this one is nowhere near as nice or pristine as the one where they're bolted every inch. So it is very necessary to bolt them every inch. We've got this panel here bolted to the mandrel, ready to bend. I'm going to put it on the mandrel roll former, and we're going to give it a shot. Take the panel with the mandrel bolted to it, and we're going to place it on the machine like so, into these grooves here where it can turn. And we're going to place the brake on. This is the brake. And then we're going to place the overarm on. Keeping this back all the time. And we're going to put these nuts on. Snug these up good. Without adequate brake tension, you get not such a good form. So you have to have a good bit of tension on it. These two 1/2 inch drive ratchets with 3/4 inch sockets are used to turn. And here we go. Work very carefully. Hold tension on one while you back up the other one. Back the other one up a little more. Back up, a little more. past straight up and down. Looks like a beautiful form right now. It's important you do the sides before you do the top and bottom or the front and back. That's just a little bit more, I think. Right there. Okay, see that one's, I've taken the brake off, and I'm going to take the screws out so we can turn it around and do the other side. Okay, now we have both of the sides bent, and we're going to see if how we're going to fit them onto the framework. So we'll take the back first. This is the top, this is the bottom, and you'll see how it slides onto the frame. Oh yeah, that goes on real nice, just like that. We haven't bent the top and the bottom of this one yet. And now we'll put this one on, and that's the front, and this is the back. We'll see how this one fits. Yep, that one also goes together real nice. We just have to bend on this one. We have to bend, obviously, the front and the back, and this one the top and the bottom. Other than that, it's starting to look like a chair. So we'll take it from there. And there it is. There's the seat right there. Now we can rivet it. We can rivet it on, and it'll be very, very strong. But before we do that, before we rivet it on, I'm going to finish this other panel, and then I'm going to take these off, and I'm going to lay out a grid and drill and cut holes in this, like lightning holes. Okay, we laid a grid out here and popped the holes, and this is the seat panel, and we followed the same grid for the back panel. Now I'm going to put these panels on the framework and show you how that goes. We'll start with this one here, keeping the large radius on the top, and this is the small radius on the bottom. The panel should go on, and it'll snap down into place. Right like so. And then we take a little pry bar here, and we pop it on. Okay, that one's done. And then following the same process, we'll do the seat. And we'll snap this one on. And that's done. And there you have it. There's the seat that we built. All that's left is to put some rivets in here. I generally put 3 rivets in on each one on each end and one in the middle, and mount it on the airplane. The Skunk Works legacy is intended to be one of inspiration, innovation, encouragement, and empowerment through dreaming, designing, engineering, building, and flying what you build. Whether you're a plebe, an apprentice, an amateur, an expert, a master, or a wizard, we encourage everyone to build your dreams, whatever they may be. The only failure, the way we see it, is to not try. Just go build it. Till next time, thanks for watching.